everyone. This is Jay Choi again presenting the Golden Veins weekly stock market condition, and this one is for August week 3. First, KOSPI. Due to the non-arbitrary transaction trade of foreign investors and financial institutions, it is closed strong. It is up by 35.28 compared to the 12th, and it ended 1920.11. 86.95 billion has been sold for individuals, and 2018 billion and 68.89 billion have been purchased for financial institutions and foreign investors. For program trade, 1818 billion arbitrage and 200 billion non-arbitrage transaction, so for the total of 567 billion sold with security. Current closing conditions for each industries. There have been many sectors closed bullish: wholesale of foods and beverages, chemistry, steel metal, machinery, electronic, medical details, electric gas, transportation warehouse, communication business, insurance business, and manufacturing businesses are bullish. Fabric and clothing, paper wooden products, medication, non-metal minerals, distribution industry, construction industry, bankings, and financial companies closed weaker. Except for 2 out of 14 high rankings, the rest are all closed strong. Hyundai Heavy Industry is closed weaker with the negative 1.82% and KB with the negative 0.55%. Including Hyundai Motors with 7.01%, SK Hynix with 6.30%, and lastly Samsung Electronics with 5.11%. 11 sectors are closed strong. And lastly, US dollar over Korean won is down by 0.101 compared to the 12th, and now is 1113.601. Next, KOSDAQ. Due to the selling trend of foreign investors and program sector, it is closed with a bit of modification. It is fixed by 1.46 compared to the 12th, and it ended 550.25. 711 billion and 881 billion have been sold for individuals and financial institutions, and 358 billion has been purchased for foreign investors. For program trade, it has been mainly non-arbitrary transaction trade and having a 175 billion purchasing security. Current closing condition of each industry. Most sectors show weakness. Other service industries, general KOSDAQ IT, manufacturing business, distribution industry, financial business, communication broadcasting service, ITSW, fabric and clothing, print media copy, chemistry, medical detail machinery, communication service, broadcasting service, internet, and digital content are weaker. Construction industry, transportation business, paper wooden products, non-metal and metal, and general electronics are bullish. The majority of high rankings shows weakness, including some Seoul Semiconductor with a 10.51% and Patron with the 2.05%. 5 sectors are strong. SK Broadband with negative 7.01% and GS Home Shopping with negative 6.72%. 8 sectors are weaker. And now for the United States. Due to the concern about decreasing quantitative easing and arbitrage stocks in such a short period, it is closed weak. On August 13th, Tuesday, the remark of Dennis Lockhart, the chairman of Federal Reserve Bank, brought an impact. During his lecture at Atlanta Kiwanis Club, he announced that the decrease in quantitative easing is not certain because of the unbalanced reformation. He mentioned the Federal Reserve will decrease the asset purchase after the announcement of economic index when the direction is more obvious. He also mentioned that decisions will be made through a couple of meetings at the Federal Open Market Committee. He emphasized the importance of careful decision making regardless of the timing. Experts prospected the decrease would start in either October or December. On August 14th, Wednesday, the index suddenly reversed into a rise. Second quarter housing price of the United States is raised through 87% of the entire cities, which brought a favorable impact on investors. Real Estate Agent Association presented the second quarter housing price is raised in 142 cities out of 163 compared to the same period of last year. Some states like Atlanta, Las Vegas, and San Francisco had sharp rises. The Consumer Stability Index of all states 2 weeks ago became negative 23.5 from negative 27, and which is an all-time highest during last 5 years. On August 15th, Thursday, due to the concern about decreasing quantitative easing, the market is closed weaker. There have been many unfavorable factors at the same time, including poor performance of industries, Federal Reserve's concern about quantitative easing, and worsening in manufacturing business index. The number of claims for unemployment benefits dropped down to the lowest in past 6 years, and the visualization of economic recovery causes worries about the decrease in quantitative easing. Poor second quarter record of companies announced on this day also gives a strong pressure on the market. The United States Ministry of Labor presented on August 10th that newly recorded unemployment benefits are 320,000 cases, and which is decreased by 15,000 compared to the previous week. This number is also falling far short of 335,000 from 2007 October. The decrease in number of unemployment would bring an increased income for households and eventually encourage the consumption. Dow index is fixed by 338.21 compared to the 12th and now is 15,081.47. S&P 500 index is down by 33.64 compared to the 12th and now is 1655.83. Nasdaq General Index is fixed by 67.18 and now is 2.77. And next, Europe stock market. Due to the good condition in index and arbitrage stocks in short period, it repeated and it is closed in a confused state trend. On August 13th, Tuesday, it has experienced 10 weeks of rise thanks to good condition of index. A predicted value from German Private Economy Lab and Europe Economy Research Center for August Investor Reliability Index is actually exceeded. The Investor Reliability Index was 42.0, which exceeds both predicted value of 39.9 and 36.3 from last month. And it is actually highest in last 5 months. Eurozone announced its June industrial production is increased by 0.7% from that of May, which is a favorable factor for investors. The second quarter's rate of economic growth of the EU and other major countries is predicted to be promising, which is also a favorable factor. The growth of industrial production in Eurozone and the consumer price of Britain accorded with prediction of the experts. On August 14th, Wednesday, the Grade 2, the United States and China, showed a good condition in their index and closed strong. Thanks to fine index of the United States and China, Europe's stock market successfully rebounded. The case about the employment benefit, good condition of household housing index, and import and export of China affect as a favorable factors. Chinese Customs Administration announced that the import and export of July shows a better condition than experts actually predicted. The amount of export on July is increased by 5.1% compared to the same month of last year. Also, the amount of import is increased by 10.9%, which is 1% more than the prediction. These outcomes are considered as a sign of foreign support and recovery in domestic demand, which would resolve the slowdown of Chinese economic growth. And lastly, for United Kingdom index, but the 100 index is decreased by 74.35 and now is 6499.99 compared to the 12th. For Germany, DAX 300 index is up by 32.69 points and it ended 8391.94. For France, CAC 40 index is raised up by 42.21 and now is 4123.89. Lastly, US dollar over euro is up by $0.0037 compared to the 12th, and now it ended $1.3291. Alright, that's it for tonight. Thank you for listening. This has been Jay Choi. You guys have a great day. Thank you.